Today this is CRYS1S, and I'm here to do a personal review on the GoPro camera. What I purchased here is a HD, the Hero 2 Outdoor Edition GoPro camera. I kind of disassembled the box previously, so I start the video because it makes it a little easier to unpackage the contents instead of trying to put the camera down. Camera comes on this thing, this little black stand. Came kind of just snapped on here as like a display to hold it upright while it's inside the clear case. What it does is you do 1080p, 960, 720 definition video, and also do up to 11 megapixel pictures. What's all in this box? Obviously the camera. There is a waterproof housing that's up to 197 feet underwater, a little more average than your standard waterproof, shockproof camera that you can get. That goes down to at least 3 or 4 meters. It's got an extra back door, so for non-waterproof activities. It's got the rechargeable lithium-ion battery, USB cable, and assorting other mounting hardware. So let's take a look at the accessories here. Looks like we got here some mounts. If you can really see these, but it just kind of slides in. It's got a little pinch on the back of the camera. You can pinch down those two sides, pinch them inwards, and the camera will then slide out of the mount. Looks like some sort of additional double joint hinge. Looks like it goes different directions. Look at that 3M product on the back, so you can stick it on pretty much anything. Some of these are curved and some are flat, so obviously made for your helmet or a flat surface like your snowboard if you want to put it on there. And I have no idea what this is. I guess I didn't read in the box. Little rubber thing, a little plastic package. A rubber thing like this. I had no idea what it is. I'm sure it serves some sort of purpose for directions probably. Box here, plastic USB cable, and then the skeleton back door, the opposite case door. This one here is the waterproof sealed plastic one. No water can get in. You can see that the white seal there is the actual waterproof seal. This one has a seal as well, but not really needed since there's obviously a hole in this door. So don't go in water with this one. I think it's more just for, obviously the seal's on there to get a nice tight grip on it to keep the case nice and secure around the camera so the camera doesn't flop around inside the case. Alright, what else we got in here? We have the bicycle, the helmet mount. This goes inside like this can go on the front of the helmet or something, or on top. It sits right on top. The strap's kind of strapped through the holes in your helmet. And we actually have the actual head mount strap. It's like elastic material, so it stretches. You can adjust it to your head size. Obviously everybody has different size heads, so it's a nice thing. Just the box. And here came some stickers. I guess you can stick them on your snowboard or your bike, car, whatever. So let me look at the camera. Alright, as you can see, the functionality of the camera is simple. I mean, it's made to just record and take pictures. You can take pictures, time-lapse ones, so there's one picture every so many seconds or minutes. You could take 10 pictures in 1 second. It'll do like this flicker photography where it just goes quick. I mean, it's really cool when the photo is put together. Like you see people doing like jumps through the air with their bike or snowboard, and you can see each image as they go through the air, and it's all put together. You can obviously do video, and it's simple functionality. You have the one button here and one button here. It's like your power. You take pictures with this button, and also to select things. When you use this button to get in the menus, this becomes like your selecting button to advance further into the menus or to exit out of menus. You got a solid lens. Lens is fixed. It does not zoom in. You have on top there your audio out for the TV. The middle button there is for your USB, so you can access your files onto your computer. And then the bottom one's the mic. I'm having a little trouble with my focus here. I think the shine from it is having trouble, but yeah. Bottom one's mic, middle one's USB, top one's your audio, like to your TV. So if you wanted to play back to your TV, you can. Here's the larger slot on the right there is for your SD cards. The slot to the left of it is your HDMI, your micro HDMI out, so you can have playback onto your TV. And the back, there is nothing except for the one port. It has the for any of the backpack accessories, they're called backpack accessories. There's the LCD, which I have purchased. There's also extended battery, charger device, and not sure of all the other accessories. I think there's a couple other things, but the main one I wanted was the LCD screen, so you can have playback on the go. Obviously this here, there's no screen built into this. There's no playback on the go when you're recording. So if you think you're taking a photo, say you go on a trip and you take a bunch of photo and video, and you get back to your home and realize, oh, half the photos I just took weren't even in the frame. I wasn't even in the frame, or half the video I took was just so shaky and really horrible. It wasn't even pointing at the right spot. Like, this gives you, allows you to enable to review what you've recorded, so you can redo it. We'll go over the screen, the LCD backpack screen here shortly. This camera, I got it at Best Buy. It cost $299.99. It's the same price as the actual website for GoPro. The LCD backpack screen was $79.99, same price as in the website. Accessory I also got with it is a tripod mount. It's for the bottom, so it's a different hinge device. And how about I go grab that and I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, I'm back. Got the tripod mounting hinge. Like all the accessories for mounting, they all have a special hinge on the bottom of the camera. And then your regular tripod mounting screw goes in the bottom there. It also comes with this little nut, so you can mount it into the tip of here. As you can see, it fits pretty much right on top of everything. So let me do that. You can see pretty much stays in there. Shouldn't fall out. Guess if you really want to, you could probably put a little dab of glue on there just to make sure it doesn't fall out when you take the screw out. But yeah, you shouldn't have a problem with it, because how often are you going to change change stuff out. And I think that's the same kind of purpose with these nuts on here. They are mounted in the plastic. I mean, they can probably come out too. This hinge here is like a double hinge, so it tips left and right and forwards and backwards. Comes like a little instruction manual. HD Hero 2 from GoPro. Oops, a reflection of the light. Yeah. Sorry if the video looks kind of hard to see. I'm sorry about my voice. I kind of have a bit of a cold. This is the LCD screen. It's a tiny little screen. That's all it is for playback. There's the one button there on the side. There's a little speaker for audio playback. Nothing on top or bottom. The side. There's the accessory port for the backpack port. A little plastic hook hinge right there. Hooks onto the back of the GoPro. Now I'll show you how it's done. Now, let's take this off here. Alright, as you can see, on the top here, you just pry open this hinge, swing that back. Don't worry that this, this does kind of wobble loose. It's made to. When you flip it back and forth, there's a little plastic ledge right there. Hooks on there and you snap it forward. It's got a little bit of tension, but it's easy to access, to get to it. So it's just flip that, swing that up, and then get the inside. And as you can see, there's the rubber seal when they're on the outside. A little foam padding in here to keep it from wobbling around, keep it nice and tight. There is anti-fog accessory pads. You can put it on the outer edge here of the camera. It's sticking to the inside of the plastic. That's an extra accessory you can purchase, and it does help for when you do a lot of water sports like snow or in the, let's say like in the water, like surfing or whatever. The moisture that can build up from hot and cold temperatures, you can build up moisture on the inside. The little bit of moisture you do build up ain't gonna hurt it none, but the little pads help soak that up. I mean, it's very minimal moisture that builds up. So all you do is just kind of give it a little wiggle and it kind of pops right out. That's how bigger it is. I mean, as you can see my hand and this little thing here, it's pretty small. It's about 2 or 3 inches long, inch wide, inch tall or so. A little bit bigger than that. So don't quote me exactly on the size. I didn't really measure it. You have obviously the buttons that you can access from the case. There's a button on top. There is the red flashing light there. There's one right there, one at the bottom, and then this one in the front. These lights serve purpose when at every angle, so that when you have the device turned on and you're recording, or when it's either recording or doing something, like you're taking pictures or whatever, it can you can see that it's actually running. Let's say if, especially when you maybe you don't want to sit there and be looking at the front every few seconds just to see if it's running. You can just like, oh yeah, red light's blinking. Alright, so let's install the LCD screen. So it just hooks that one side in, and I dropped it. For durability, this camera is really good. I've heard people's dropping these things from really high, let's say up in the trees or something, and drop these and they don't break. And obviously the case does help. I saw this YouTube video. This guy lost his in the ocean. It sat there for like 2.5 months. Somebody found it, reported it in. The guy had made a claim that he lost his camera, and so somebody found him, sent the camera to him. The camera was just fine. This is completely waterproof. This camera was inside, not this one exactly, but the person had this exact same camera inside that exact same housing, and it was in the ocean for like 2.5 months. Yes, there was a bunch of live rock, plants growing on there and everything, but the camera inside was untouched. So you just hook this side in, get the plug lined up, and you just push down so it snaps in nice and tight. Now the next thing to do, obviously in this case, this is not going to install. I mean, look at it. It's, you know, it sticks out a good almost ½ inch too far. So what you gotta do, get that out of the way, easy, you just take off the other hinge. It just snaps out. There's an open clasp hinge here, so you can install different doors. In the GoPro box is more hinges. Let's dump them out. Alright. So you have excuse me. There's a wrist housing door, so if you have the wrist mount, there is a wrist mount accessory so that you can mount this camera on your wrist. I don't know what sort of sport or activity you'd be doing that with, but yeah. But there's the regular door. I'm not sure what the difference is really. One thing I could see that is different is that it's upside down. It's different. Look at this one here. Hinge at the bottom, the button's on the left, as you can see. Okay. Look at the camera with the hinge at the bottom, the button should be on the right. So it tells you something. The camera mounts upside down for a reason on this wrist mount, for some reason. This is the regular waterproof door that we need to install for this today. The button's on the right, hinge at the bottom, just like the camera. Hinge at the bottom, button on the right. So what you do, you line up the hinge here, and you just snap. When you hear it snap in, it's done. You can just swing this shut. Get that on there, and just snap it down. You successfully installed the LCD back. There's different accessories. Like I said, there is a extended battery / charger that you can use, and there's a couple other accessories I think too. Yeah, there's that. There's also a couple other hinges. There's the non-waterproof ones. As you can see, there is holes at the bottom and top. These are just for protection. To protect that screen. They're both non-waterproof, obviously, but one's for a wrist and one's for the regular camera mount. Like I said, those of you that use the wrist mount, whatever you use it for, go right ahead. Only one I'm going to be using is the one I just installed. I don't plan on using anything else. All I plan on doing is mounting this to my head. And what you can do here, you can take this hinge off, the little plate at the bottom, and mount it with the hinge on here. Put those together, and then this can rotate on the head strap. So if you're doing like maybe a surfing video or snowboarding or riding your bike, you can angle this down from your head point of view, so it looks like you're actually first person riding, you know, with the actual person that's in the, you know, video or whatever you're recording. I assume the extended hinge kind of helps give you a better outward angle to maybe point down more. Not exactly sure how or what this one's for. But yeah. And then with this other strap, this one here, you just snap this in there. I have to turn it around. And maybe there's a different mount. Alright, there we go. It's a little tight. It just mounts on there. You can mount this to the top of your helmet
for more of a higher upper angle, and then you can slightly tip it down. But obviously at this angle here, you're going to probably catch the front of your helmet as your helmet comes down. You're probably going to catch part of your helmet at that angle. I don't have a helmet here to show you, but yeah, you get the idea. And then all you do is just squeeze the little tabs down. You can slide off the mount, and it's pretty secure. Like, it's not going to wiggle out of that mount at all, and nowhere are these hinges going to come off. I mean, it'd have to be loose in the first place if you even come loose. But yeah. So yeah, there's the camera and the LCD back, all the accessories, and just to kind of show you, I'll turn it on. I think it's the front button. Yeah. So there you go. It's on. Let's get the playback video going, so you can see live what's actually going on. As you can see in the screen there, as you can see, I'm looking around the room. If you'd ever watched the other video I had, you saw the other video of my review on my TV,
which the 55-inch LED 3D TV. As you can see there in the video, you can see me looking around the room. And it's got a nice wide viewing angle. This is 1080. It's recording right now in 1080p, or like not recording, but it's viewing in 1080p. I don't have a memory card installed yet. I ordered some 32 gig ones off the internet. It's best to have 32 gig. This only supports up to 32, but if you're going to be recording a lot of video, you're obviously going to need a big card. Obviously, 1080p, you can get up to 4 hours, I think, of solid video, and that's a lot of file to be storing on an SD card. So definitely need a big card. And if you're going to take a lot of photos, especially time framed ones or time elapsed, or just multiple little videos, yeah, everything's going to add up. I mean, those of you that have like 14 megapixel cameras, you know, when you have like a 16 gig card, after taking a few hundred pictures, it doesn't take very much. I mean, it adds up. So that's what the viewing screen on.
And you just shut this off. You just press this button, screen goes off. I could still record in this mode with the screen off. So maybe once I get it set up on a tripod or something, just to kind of get a good viewing angle, use the screen to get it properly aligned, turn off the screen so it saves power, and then press the record button after, make my settings. As you can see there in the screen, it does say no SD, no cards installed, therefore I can't record. There's no internal memory. Excuse me. There's no internal memory. Right now it's set at 960p, actually, not 1080. 960p at 30 frames a second. As you probably could see that there in the video if you look closer there. And at the bottom it does show you a little battery symbol. Looks like you have about 2 or 3 bars left. Shows you how long. You see the zeros. The zeros in the bottom left probably shows you how long you're recording or something. I haven't read up in the manual yet, so I don't know exactly what is. So when you turn the screen, it doesn't really show much either. It shows a battery symbol at the top right, and shows that you're on video mode in the top left, as you can see there. Trying to not get the reflection in there. Yeah. And then just to turn it off, you just press and hold. You let go and it starts beeping, and then it shuts off. Screen's off, as you can see. No more flashing. It's completely off.
So that is it for the GoPro review, just kind of unboxing, I should say. Hopefully I'll make another vid one of these days here. Maybe how it works a little more in detail once I learn how to do it myself. I have a trip coming up. My honeymoon actually is coming up. I'm going to Jamaica, so I'm planning on using this there. So hopefully beforehand, I could definitely learn how to use this and maybe get a video up to kind of teach you guys what the best settings are for what you want to do. I'm going to try a bunch of different things, head mount, and maybe try it on the bike and whatnot. So we'll definitely look forward in the future here to see another video. As you can So here you get quite a bit of stuff. You get quite a bit of mounting gear. It's a little quick review here. A little bit of mounting gear, the cable, the different mounts for like your head or the helmet. This is the actual other door that comes with the. This door comes with the camera. There's actually these other ones over here are the ones that the one that's installed. This one here and these three here come with the LCD screen. These ones here are the ones that come with the actual camera. These are for non-accessories on the camera. You have the non-waterproof one, and then you have the waterproof one that's solid. Instruction manual. This stuff here it's not a real mount. It's just a display one. I mean, obviously it's not supposed to be on top of here. It's just a little sticky feet stuck to it. Those of you that seen these in the store know how they're displayed in the little box. There's the box. There's nothing else in the box. As you can see, it's empty. And it's got simple instructions on the outside of the box, so you can see what detail of the contents. Definitely can read up on it at GoPro.com. Google search it. You can get this at Best Buy. A lot of sports stores, like Scheels. Definitely like any or places that sell ATVs or motorcycles. They have a lot of those places seem to be carrying those too. I picked mine up at Mall of America, where I live. They didn't have any on hand, so I had to. I ordered one, but then I was at the Mall of America over the weekend, and I was like, I'll just pick it up here. So they transferred my order, and I was able to pick it up on hand instead of waiting for like another week to get it. So, all right, this is CRYS1S, and this is the review on the GoPro. Those of you that get it, hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching the video.